What is the nature of awareness? That is the question. Awareness, the witnessing awareness. What is its nature? The nature of awareness is existence, consciousness, bliss. In Sanskrit, Sat, Chit, Anand. That's it. Ramana Maharshi stops there. You're supposed to get it. Oh, it's so simple. You got it, right? That's why the self-inquiry I do, and I recognize, do I have the self inside? Number 3. Swapna Nidra Jnana Sadhana reveals the I appears out of the nothingness in deep sleep. You recognize the sense of I just arise from the nothingness of deep sleep. You cannot see it as an object. Don't try to look at an I standing there in front of you. I hope you were not expecting that. It's just like you've gone lights out in deep sleep. You're not there, and then suddenly you're there. How many of you recognize this? Okay. Those who have not, take it down. This is my tonight sankalpa. May I recognize self-insight, number 3, the first line. The I appears out of the nothingness of deep sleep. I'm talking about the interim. Before you're fully alert, what's your name? Shashi. Before you recognize yourself as Shashi, there is a recognition of I am, but not I am Shashi. I'm talking about that interim. So in deep sleep, there is no I. Is that correct? Everybody has that taste. Yeah? There is no I. Completely lights out. And then suddenly there is the sense of I. But I still don't know what am I, where am I, who am I. I have no idea. Eyes have not opened, waking state has not arrived. No. There is just a sense of something, of being something, not knowing what. That is the sense of I am. Standing alone, by itself, without this or that. Means I am this and I am that is not there. Clear? This is a very essential step. Recognizing this is the master key. Otherwise, without this, enlightenment is equal to ignorance. It is this master key that differentiates them. There is I am, but not I am Ekta. I am this, I am that. No, that is not there. Very clear? Just I am. From lights out to lights suddenly dimming on. But not clear. It's not clear yet. I am. Again, don't look for words. It's not in words. I have to explain in words. Nobody's saying I am inside. Kids get it faster than adults, really. How? How do kids get it? Because it's so natural to you. How can you miss that which is so natural? There is this I am, which comes first out of the deep sleep and then holds on to some identity, this or that. And that is projected as the dream, image, dream colors, dream whatever. It's never a clear story in the dream. Very blurry. And then that blur becomes clearer, 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 and that's the waking. Do you recognize this? Yeah. This is Vasana. Vasana is never very clear. Vasana just has I want this, I don't want this, I like this, I don't like this. And then Vasana becomes clearer, 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 and there is Vichar. Clear perception, sensation, thought, and feeling. It's like a lens, zooming, 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 adjusting till it becomes clear. Can I recognize that first moment from where the lights off start turning on? It's like the dimmer switch. Can I recognize that? May that happen tonight. Like that, you sit on the bed and you tell yourself, this is my sankalpa. May I see this today. Yesterday, everybody remembered to do the sankalpa before sitting on the bed. And then you could allow the waker to disappear. Did you recognize the moment the waker disappeared? How many of you recognized that moment? Nice. Then did you recognize that some dreams come, go? Sometimes you're the dream character, you're lost in it. But sometimes you recognize, I'm dreaming. Yes, and then the dream collapse. That happened? How many of you saw the dream collapse? Nice. How many of you were lucky enough to see there's nothing after the dream has collapsed? Nothing. Superb. Those who didn't put this down as a sankalpa. Because if you see that nothing, and then the eye also collapses, then it's very easy to see the eye coming back up from that deep sleep at the end of deep sleep. You see nothing, and now the eye doesn't like the nothing. Now it wants the masala. And there it projects a dream. Vasana. I want this. I like this. Clear? Attempt to see the entire transition. Keep that as your goal. Okay. That's the first line. So the I appears out of the nothingness of deep sleep. Sat or existence comprises of I, you and it. Nothingness that births the I is the source of all existence, as only the ocean can birth a drop. So, what is the ocean made of? Ocean is made of water. So obviously the drop which is born of the ocean is made of water. So here, what is consciousness really made of? Nothingness, alive conscious nothingness. There's nothing there. Then that which is born of it, can it be something? What is it? It is nothing. It is a dream. I itself is a dream, is an illusion. When I comes up, does it like to stand alone? It wants you. It wants it. It wants the masala. So what is you made of? What is it made of? Nothingness. It is all existence. So do you understand why alive consciousness is called existence? Everything is that only. It is existence. There is no separate existence standing apart, inherently independent of consciousness. Not possible only. Like hologram, some of you have seen a hologram. Yeah, the light shines in such a way that it appears that there is a man standing here, a woman standing here. You touch, it's nothing, it's just light. It seems there is a house here. You touch, there's nothing, it's light. Light has been focused in different colors and in such a way that it appears to be that which it is not. It is only light. Yes? Hologram is nothing but light, like that. Consciousness only is all this. It appears to be different. You look around, oh, appearance of waking, solid. Yeah, so real, as if it's permanent. And it's the same every day. It appears to be something that stands independent of me. No, but is it independent? Do you have proof that it exists when you are not? You don't have proof. You say, I'll put on a camera here and I'll record that this room is there in the night when I'm not here. Is that proof enough? Why? Why is it not proof enough? Tell me. Yeah, when are you watching it? When you're watching the video, you are. So it is when you are. You cannot prove that it is when you are not. Yeah? So we focus on this understanding. It is all existence. Consciousness itself is existence. There is no separate existence outside of it. Like the house made of the light in a hologram cannot exist outside of the light. Can it? Not possible. Like that. So the house exists only in the hologram, only in the light. So which means light itself is existence. Clear? Like that. This consciousness itself is existence. There is no separate waking world made of matter which is separate from consciousness. So hologram is nothing but light. The same light we project in different ways with different frequencies, different colors coming together, and it seems there is a house here and the house looks very real. There is a person standing next to the house. The person will speak and it will appear that the speaking person is real. But when you go to touch it, it is light. Like that only. This appears only in the 14-16 hours of the waking. Where is it in dream? It's disappeared. The lights are off of the hologram. Where is it in deep sleep? It's not there. The lights are off. So basically that house which I say exists in the hologram and the person that exists in the hologram is what? Is light. That means this existence is that consciousness. So what is the question? The question is, what is the nature of awareness? Don't forget the question. We are talking about the nature of awareness, the nature of consciousness, the nature of witnessing. So the nature of witnessing is number one, existence. That house, that person, made of light. So this is the nature of consciousness. This is the nature of awareness. To project the waker and its corresponding waking world. And it's only projected for a little while. Suddenly the projection is gone. All those who had a nice afternoon nap, boof, it was gone. And then it came back. Clear? So the nature of consciousness is existence. The nature of awareness is existence. Nature of witnessing is existence. Has it become clear? That is only the first part, Sat or existence, which consists of the waker and the waking world. Basically, I, you, it, all of it. The I is conscious and alive in the dream and waking. Nothingness that births the I is the source of Chid or consciousness, as only the ocean can birth a drop. In the deep sleep, there is nothing alive. It seems as if everything is dead. And then suddenly this I comes up and it pretends to be alive. It pretends to be different from that deep sleep nothingness. That is why you have this notion this body is alive. Do you recognize it? So this I that comes up, it appears to be conscious and alive. It takes on this waker and then you feel this waker is alive and conscious. Compared to sketch pen, this is dead. Do you recognize this? How do you say that? Oh, because it's not moving, it's not alive, it doesn't have a sense of consciousness. You are not recognizing that the consciousness is the field which is projecting light in different ways to project this as dead and inert and to project this as alive and conscious. It's only light projecting in different ways. All of it is consciousness. All of it is consciousness. That is Chid, the source. So the word Chid means that which is alive consciousness. The word Sad was existence, like that Chid is alive consciousness. Those who have done the Guru chapter, you know about projection, right? So Ramana Maharshi has explained it as projection. Those who've missed it, see that you do the Guru chapter when you go back, so you understand projection also. So the I is just a projection. Just a projection, like you go to a cinema hall and the light projects characters on the screen. Are those characters really alive? Do they have life there? No. They walk and talk and they appear as if they are alive. Exactly like that. The consciousness is projecting this waker. It seems that this waker is alive. It has consciousness. But start recognizing the truth. This body is inert. It's dead. The thought is inert. The mind is dead. So what is it that is really conscious? Is there really consciousness there? Is I alive really? It is only a thought. Try to follow it and you'll see it disappear. And there you will find the source that is projecting it. That is the key. So I'll move ahead. There is happiness in the dream and waking. Nothingness that births the dream and waking is the source of ananda or bliss, as only the ocean can birth a drop. When I ask you, how did you sleep? You always say, slept so well. Do you realize it? In other words, you're saying, I was so happy there. What is the meaning of this happiness? Is it equivalent to the happiness that you get from eating ice cream? Then what is that happiness really? Have you ever gone deep into it and seen? The absence of this arising, that peace, just the plain background. That is what you are calling happiness. Do you realize this? That nothingness is what you are calling happiness. And that nothingness, Ramana Maharshi is going to teach you ahead, that nothingness is sandwiched in between perception, sensation, thoughts and feelings. In those gaps you can actually relish this nothingness. In those gaps, there is just the white, the blank canvas, the now. That is the most peaceful. From there, the arising draws its pleasantness. So you are not really happy eating ice cream. Ice cream has no pleasure. This arising of ice cream, where did it begin? It begins from nothingness. Its source is that ananda. It peaks and it goes back into the nothingness. It's not the ice cream that is giving you joy. It is that background of the now. There are times when you eat the same ice cream but you're devastated. You don't feel happy at all, right? If the joy were in the ice cream, shouldn't the ice cream deliver the same amount of joy every time? But does it do that? No. So the joy is not in the ice cream. It is coming from something beyond it. If you've taken a dip in the gap, you will enjoy the ice cream. If you have not taken a dip in the gap before the ice cream, you will not enjoy the ice cream. Start recognizing this. Now your next level of direct seeing is to recognize the gap the gap in between perception, sensations, thoughts and feelings. Was the pleasantness in that arising, or is it coming from the background? That's what you have to look at. It's coming from the background. There is no arising in the waking that can deliver joy to me. There is no joy in this world. Where is Ananda? Ananda is not in the arising. It is in the background. The arising only pretends that it is delivering that pleasure to you. Look at the source. You dipped into the gap just before that arising, and that is why that arising was pleasurable. If you don't dip into the gap, there is no pleasure. The same ice cream does not taste great on another day. Same vegetable that you love cooking and you make it a certain way, one day you're enjoying it, the next day you didn't even realize you finished the whole meal and not once did you say wow. So the pleasure is not in that flavor, in that arising, is not there. The pleasure is actually in Ananda. The joy of Ananda is the background. That is the nature of awareness or witnessing. So if you stay as the witnessing, you will start recognizing, oh, this is only a projection, a hologram that is projecting and is appearing like a waking world and a hologram projecting this waking Ekta. I am not this. I am constantly at a distance. I am here. I am never here. I hear Ekta at the same time that you hear Ekta. I know what she's saying at the same time when you know what she's saying. I don't control her. I've abandoned her. She's on her own. So she does things, she speaks, whatever she does, I am observing the way you are observing. At a distance, at the peripheral observation field. Devoid of a focal point, devoid of a central observer. You will get there. Start with recognizing that sense of I am. That is the key. That needs to completely collapse in the waking. Then you come to this witnessing field that I'm talking about. Last paragraph. As waking and dream both dissolve back into the nothingness of the deep sleep, I, the backdrop of the now, am awareness itself. And my nature is Satchit Ananda. Existence, consciousness, bliss. How many of you have started seeing with open eyes? There is the waking, there is the dreaming, and then there is the deep sleep. So when you start recognizing, you also have that little moment of recognition where waking and dream disappears and there's just the now. Just the now. Absolute silence, stillness. Yes. And then again from that everything comes up. The existence comes up. And there is something is conscious here, conscious there. And you recognize existence consciousness. Again that existence consciousness again lays low and there is just Ananda. Do you recognize the little dance of Satchit Ananda, Satchit Ananda? This open-eyed deep sleep is Ananda, pure Ananda. In that open-eyed deep sleep, the waking and dream flashes, that is Satchit. Now attempt to see this. Satchit and then the collapse into Ananda.